forget to use the map and the tips。tips 完全係廢㗎嘛呢部分。啊，佢係鬆，佢冇記住我個位置嘅喎，結果係。
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
啊，開始喺幾廿樣嘢之間揾 contradiction， 開始好難。佢嘅 flyer 到底係寫咩？定係 based at village hall？ They will rob your identity and use barbaric method like ECT.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
啊，點樣取消嘅？
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
冇理由有 contradiction 呢兩個。可能 Ryan 唔係咁差，可能係佢個音樂，可能佢個音樂唔啱聽啫，佢音樂種類。照呢個 Chief 嘅講法，我係要解決 Blackstone 呢個問題。
That's all for the moment. Thank you. couple more questions, if that's okay.
Doesn't recognize this back. Heard about Liam after he killed himself. Met Liam. 呢兩個 No？ 呢兩個唔係 contradiction 嚟嘅。OK， 呢個係新嘅。Last year, OK。我唔記得 Emma 講咩 ，Emma 係話今年買。基本上係冇出過門口㗎啦，呢個人。I saw Simon a month ago.我應該揾 Liam 有關嘅嘢，其實。
Be back later on, if that's okay. A few more questions, please. Thank you.
其實我可以組織啲嘢嘅，但係如果冇矛盾嘅話，係問唔到佢嘅，比較奇怪嘅呢點個遊戲。 兩個唔係一樣意思嘅咩？基本上。Liam。啊。
Aha. So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma.
1年前。
I think you better explain, don't you?
Well, it was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things and then that thieving thing happened and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
呢個人關係都幾得多。
9 o'clock. Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
What now? Random 應該。
Ask you a couple more things, please. So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. she's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
我覺得係同 James 有關嘅呢個嘢。
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called Something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage. What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticising Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
全部人都係扮開心或者扮非常之強勢嘅，我諗呢個 course 嘅最後。
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
I presume.
Yes, Chief. Bit more news. It turns out Emma was with Liam on the night he died, and she thinks she caused him to commit suicide. She made fun of him, mocked him as part of the course.
Nice of her. Why did she do that?
Requirement of the course, apparently. To say something offensive. It's meant to encourage free thinking.
Interesting opinion. And I suppose the Rams just think that's what, par for the course or something like that, do they?
Well, Paul wasn't too bothered. He claims he didn't know Emma, so couldn't have predicted what she was going to do.
That doesn't wash. What does Emma say about him?
She does not like him. Really doesn't like him.
So she must have known him well enough. How well did he know her?
He claims not very well.
Well, make sure he's telling the truth. Oh, I've got a cup of coffee to make.
Coffee? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Chief.
Bye.
Simon 今日係冇去㗎嘛，一直都喺間屋度。
Ask about a few more things, please.
Fine.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Couple more questions, if that's okay.
點解會唔知 Emma？ 佢應該都知 Liam 㗎。
Thank you. Probably be back later. Few more questions, please.
應該唔可以問佢，係咯。
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
咩特別，我覺得。應該俾我 skip 呢啲呢個過場影片。
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Party includes wearing costumes.
be back later on, if that's okay. A few more questions, if you don't mind. Aha. You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake, but that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Thank you. Probably be back later. A few more questions, if you don't mind.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
應該去揾 Emma 咧？誒？
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Fine。呢個 City Hall 嚟㗎嘛？呢個係 Town Hall 嚟嘅 ，Village Hall。Car.
Well, and there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Yeah, here you go.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. God, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
Camera had been stolen.
Thank you. Probably be back later. A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Know anything about these? Nope.
唔係你做嘅咩？
That's all for the moment. Thank you. ask you a couple more things, please?
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
Ryan 應該知嘅。
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
因為個個人都望緊自己呢啲嘢，所以就
Just a
唔
few
知
more，questions, if you don't mind.
所以就唔知係呢個偵探私闖民宅攞嘅嗰啲嘢，以為係人，以為係其他人俾佢嘅應該。
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right, thank you.
係見到嘅佢，見係咁。
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oops. End of the lane.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
明明係叫 street，唔係叫 lane。新人物。
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you. I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas?
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth, like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
你將個陌生人留喺屋企，唔趕走佢。What?
What a very fragile and disturbed person, and utterly convinced that Atlas are worshipping the devil. How are Ryan and Paul going to get out of this one?
冇，死都唔認咁咪得啦。死都唔認咪得咯。
Ask about a few more things, please.
係 Third Eye 啊，定係 Atlas 啊？
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
Have you met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa, lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. But she was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she's more extreme. That's all madness is. Being blind to yourself.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Couple more questions, if that's okay?
What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlas?
Devil worship? No. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
Be back later on, if that's okay. Few more questions, please.
Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
As in black magic? No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about. Why, who's been talking?
Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Ask you a couple more things, please.
有咩問佢咩？
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
You know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
點解呢？
Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon?
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I missing something here?
I heard Atlas had elements of Satanism on the course.
You were misinformed. We're a training company, we're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
That's fine, thanks.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Loading screen 俾問。
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas. We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
Aha. So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This. We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Well, touch wood so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test, and what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
喺度停一停啦，好嘛？